All right, so we are about to get started with the Good Morning Gwinnett show. So just hold on a second. Hold on 1 minute. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It's a cloudy day here in Georgia. Yesterday was a storm. It stormed up. Listen, it was storming so bad yesterday, and I had to go to a meeting. It was so crazy because I think when I got finished with the show, I said to you guys, I was like, God is funny because God knows how I hate being outside in the rain. He knows I hate being in the rain. And I was like, this is either a test or a sign. So I took it as a test and I went to the meeting anyway. And I'm glad I did because it was a great meeting, a great meeting. And I'm glad I did. So got a lot of interesting things popping off here at the Good Morning Gwinnett headquarters. So you see the new live video thing going on here. I'm excited about that. I got to tell y'all something. So yesterday, as much as I talk and as much as I be on stages, as much as I do seminars, I was scared to go. I was scared to go live, and so yesterday morning I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go live. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow because tomorrow, I got a guest. So I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow when Chris is on. I'll go live then." And something said, "No, girl, you're gonna go live right now." And when I tell y'all, I felt so empowered yesterday after going live yesterday. It was the craziest thing. Like I was driving home from my meeting, and I was like, "Man, I feel really empowered right now." And I think it's because, sometimes you have to push past the fear. And I don't know why I don't know why that was a fear for me, but it was. And so I had a great day yesterday. I thought the episode went well. Still got some tweaking to do and things like that. But, as I get better, as I learn more about doing this whole thing live I got the podcast on one side. I got the videos on one side. I got the news on one side. So I got a lot going on in my space right here. But I'm happy to announce that, my Thursday episode starting June 10th is going to be produced by the Hype Magazine. So I'm happy about that. Yay. So the Hype Magazine is going to be producing the Thursday episode. I'm also going to be working with the Hype Magazine to co-host a new show on Amazon Live called Brand Breakers. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So we'll be working with publicists and artists and because, the Hype Magazine has been a hip hop magazine for the past 20 years, but they do a lot. When I tell y'all a lot, my head, every time I go to the Hype office, my head is about to explode. When I took a headache, I took a pill before I went in because I knew I was going to have a headache. And by the time we got halfway through the meeting, I had a headache on top of the pill. It was so crazy. And the CEO of the Hype had a bottle of Advil. I said, girl, I already took something already. Because it's just a lot. It's a lot going on in the studios. And so we're going to be doing some great things with the Hype Magazine and the Timeless Entertainment Group. And I'm excited. I got some projects going on. And so The Hype will be producing my Thursday episode, and that's the episode where I talk to entrepreneurs. So that's going to be in studio at the Hype Studios. I'm going to be co-hosting a show called Brand Breakers starting in June as well with the CEO of the Hype magazine on Thursdays at 3:00. So my schedule gets, I clean my plate off. It's almost like The Godfather. Remember in the Godfather when he said, I try to get out and they pull me back in? That's how I feel. Like I try to clean my plate off and I clean it off for a second and then it gets filled up with stuff again. But here's the thing, it's all the stuff that I love. So it's all right. On this journey to turn Good Morning Gwinnett into $1 million brand. So I'm excited about that. Got a lot going on. So Good Morning Gwinnett has a store attached to the website. And so on the store, we have t-shirts, we have bags, we have socks, we have pillows, and it's Good Morning Gwinnett branded, but some of it is not. At the end of every show, I say, make it a great day. There's a Make It a Great Day t-shirt. There's a shirt that I put up there that I absolutely love, that quote. Check that out as well. So it's a quote about fear. There's another quote I put up there. I forgot what it was yesterday, but just quotes that I hear and things that I like. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna turn it into a t-shirt. So I'm gonna be actually launching the Good Morning Gwinnett store on Amazon, on Facebook, and I think Shopify. So listen, this is a test for me, right? This is a test for me to take a hyper-local brand and turn it into a multi-million-dollar national brand or global brand. So this is a challenge for me. So I'm excited to take this challenge. And so, there are so many people who have done great in this space. And I remember when I first started, nobody was making money except for the company that was doing the hosting. At that time, it was Blog Talk Radio. Nobody was really making crazy money. Right now, people are making stupid money, and they're making it wrapped around their podcast. And see, I love this space. That's why I'm working with the Hype to do Brand Breakers. That's why I'm working with the Hype so they can produce the Thursday episode of this in studio. Because I love this space. So now there has been a shift in the way podcasting is working right now. And there's just a lot going on in the space. And you could tell that it's moving big when you got like big dogs like Spotify and Apple and Amazon and iHeart. Everybody's in that space. Samsung just said, you know what? We want to get in this space. We're about to launch the Samsung platform for podcasting. It's a space that you can get in. What I like about it is that it doesn't cost you a lot. And if you can get on the microphone and talk, you can do a podcast. You have to be intentional though. You have to be intentional and you have to be committed. So, commitment is 500 episodes. Now that's crazy, stupid commitment, but most shows are weekly shows. My show happens to be 4 days a week and I love doing it that way. I love all the craziness I have going on with the horoscopes and the music. I love all that stuff. And so now it's like, okay, I need this show to take care of me, and how do I do that? I have to turn it into a brand. And how do I do that? I do that by serving the people. I do that by bringing them great information. Not only do they get the news and events about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County, but I try to bring on amazing people that can inspire you to live your dreams, to take a chance, to step out on faith, to find out what you want in life, those type of things. So prayerfully, that's what I'm doing. I get a lot of great feedback. I got some great feedback from my live streams yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool. My daughter was telling me, she's like, Dad, it's so much better for me to watch it. I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, because I really don't like listening to stuff on my phone. And I was like, okay, cool. So, it's cool. So we're expanding, it's moving fast, and I'm excited. So I'm not going to even say I'm not, because I am. Hey, Amber, listen, giving a shout out to Amber Dallas Lotto at Paradigm co-working space over in Decula. She's on saying, amen, preach. Hey, sister, listen, check out Paradigm. Amber and her crew over there, they're so nice. That's where my first studio was, over in Paradigm. And that didn't last long because COVID hit and everything just went straight to the bottom. But hey, girl, glad you joined me this morning. So check out Paradigm Studio over in Decula. Great group of people over there. As a matter of fact, Chris and I met at Amber's co-working space in Decula, and that's how we got to be friends. That's how he got to work on my website and make it functional. I'm trying to get on this, I'm on this journey. I'm like, okay, you need to fix your website, Audrey. And I'm like, okay, cool. All right, let's get on with our horoscopes. And before I do that, what's the day? Today, National Day is National Star Wars Day. So for those of you who like Star Wars, it's National Star Wars Day. It's also National Orange Juice Day, and it's National Candy Orange Pill Day. Now, here's the thing, y'all. Who the heck is going to eat a candy orange pill? like, so I guess they take the orange peel and they put some candy on it and you eat a candy orange peel. Okay, if that's what you want to do your thing. But it's also National Orange Juice Day. So if you like oranges, go ahead, do your thing. And if you like Star Wars, and I know there are a lot of Star Wars fans out there, a lot of fanatics for Star Wars. I know you. Do y'all realize? Let me tell y'all something. I don't think I've ever seen but one episode of Star Wars in my life. I know Star Wars fans, don't beat me up. I've just never, and I love that kind of stuff, which is weird because you would have think that I have saw a lot, but I've never seen more than one episode. And I'm trying to remember. I don't even think it was a full movie. I mean, when I say episode, I don't think it was a full movie. I think I saw like a very small. I don't know. I've never really seen a full movie of Star Wars, which is crazy because I love space movies and aliens and all that kind of stuff. I was watching Aliens in Alaska last night. I think I watched about 3 hours worth. I went to bed 11 o'clock. I think I started at 8 and I watched 3 hours worth of Aliens in Alaska and the Alaskan Triangle. And I'm gonna tell you something, I'm really superstitious. So when they started talking about the Alaska Triangle, I was like, yep, probably won't ever visit Alaska, like Bermuda. Like my friends were like, let's go to Bermuda. I was like, nope, probably won't ever go to Bermuda. Nope, not gonna do it. So I'm weird like that. But anyway, let's get on with our horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thomson for today, May the 4th. Yes, it's May the 4th already. All right, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. Organize your day well if you wish to accomplish all you set out to do. Lovers will be demanding. You are best to sign your partner up for activities that will be tiring. Why you got to tire you? Why do you want listen, it's telling you to sign your partner up for something that's going to wear them out. That means you don't want them aggravating you today, Aries. You may want to take a look at a course offered at a local institute. Yeah, learn something new. Don't try to wear your partner out. That's a shame. Is that what the stars really telling you today? Anyway, look at taking a class. Y'all know how I feel about classes. So I was going to tell y'all this. So, much as I talk about Udemy on this show, I'm like, yeah, go to Udemy. So I signed up for they had an affiliate program. And I'm always talking about them because I'm always taking classes. They denied me. They denied me to be an affiliate for them. I was like, how they have the nerve. And I was like, I'll never talk about it again. And since that day, I haven't said a word until now. And I won't take a class wherever you want to take a class. I'm not going to tell you about that place I talk about all the time. Matter of fact, I don't even know if I'm going to take a class there anymore. Taurus, one-sided relationships are likely. Although it does look promising, be careful not to overextend yourself or you will lose in the long run. You can come into money, however, perhaps not under the best circumstances. Ooh, I hate those kind. You can come into some money today, Taurus, but perhaps not under the best circumstances. Oh, God. Just sad things pop in my head when I think about that. Just sad things. But I hope that when you do come into the money, it's from a good situation, not a bad one, not a bad circumstance. Gemini, travel for business or pleasure. Changes could be overwhelming. You won't have to look for the action. The action is going to find you today, baby. Listen, you're going to travel for business or pleasure. You ain't even got to look for the action. It's going to find you. Watch out, action. Here she comes. Cancer, someone you like may be receptive and actively seeking your company. Catch up on correspondence. Consider making residential changes. Either moves or renovations could pay off. Somebody you're looking for is looking for you, baby. Yes, they're seeking you out. You seeking them out? They're seeking you out. They want your company. All right, Cancer, go ahead now. Leo, it's time to consider putting money into long-term investments. Romance may be better than you ever thought possible. You may have problems with skin, bones, or teeth if you haven't been taking proper care of yourself. Take care of yourself. You only get one you. You only get one body, Leo. Yeah, you only get that one. So take care of it. I'm drinking a protein shake right now. Y'all know I'm always on a health kick, trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. I ain't gonna give up till I can give up. Yes. So you take care of yourself, Leo. Virgo, your involvement with children will be most rewarding. Do not ruffle feathers if possible. You can make money if you get involved in real estate deals. I was talking to my friend last night about real estate. Y'all know I've been looking at land and got to get surveys. And I was talking to her about tiny homes. And, we're always trying to figure out, like, okay, how do we get into the real estate market? Because really, I was like, okay, I don't want to build anything big. But tiny homes and land, that's a great way to get into real estate. We're going to be talking about that on Wise Women Invest, which is going to be, that's on Tuesdays too, right? I don't know. I might have to move that to Wednesdays. Let me think about that for a second. Wise Women Invest may come on Wednesdays. Let me think about that. But anyway, we were talking about that yesterday about investing and things like that. So everybody's looking for a way to make the extra cash. Listen, after the coronavirus and smacked us all around, you better make sure you got a safety net, because it caught us off guard. You know, the government had to jump in there and help us. It caught us off guard. We don't want to get caught off guard anymore. So we need to make some great investments. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song and give you more of the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. So stay tuned. Okay, that's me. That's me messing up again. I'm getting there.
I ran away from heartbreak. Got nothing in return for my pain. I never thought I'd be so empty, so alone and afraid. Wasn't looking for a lover. Nobody understood where I've been. I guess I thought I needed more time to protect my love from potential offense. So I then you came around and you played it cool, but I shut it down. So you took it to, and I'm not surprised by what I found. 'Cause I know I needed something different, and it had to be you out the blue. Somebody who listened, and it had to be you out of all the people to revive my love. Couldn't be just anyone, but baby, it had to be you. I didn't seem to notice that you were checking for me. We were just friends. But we started building trust, and my fragile heart started to bend. Yeah. I should have paid attention. You would have been the obvious choice. But I needed time to see clearly, dig deep and cut through the noise. So I, then you came around and you made it cool, but I shut it down. So you took your time, and I'm not surprised by what I found. 'Cause I know I needed something different, and it had to be you out the blue. Somebody who listened, and it had to be you out of all the people to revive my love. Couldn't be just anyone, but baby, it had to be you.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney. Listen, that's one of my favorite songs. I like that song. It had to be you. I love that. That's the one thing I love about this show, is being able to play music. So I like that song. Anyway, I'm giving you the horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thiason. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Be discreet and don't reveal any personal information. Your ideas can put you into action. Don't hesitate to visit someone who hasn't been well. Listen, keep your business to yourself, Libra. If you don't want anybody to know, don't tell nobody. That's what I tell people all the time. If you don't want anybody to know your business, keep it to yourself. Because here's the thing, the minute you say something, you run the risk of somebody telling. I'm just trying to help you out now. I'm just trying to help you out. I feel like a pastor. I'm just trying to help you out. Somebody need to hear this today. Scorpio. You can make money if you concentrate on producing services or goods that will make domestic chores easier. Travel should open doors that lead to exciting new adventures. Go to the top if you're being harassed or held back. Yeah, take it straight to the top. Bypass all the middlemen because they can't help you. Take it to the top. Let them know what's going on, especially being harassed or held back. You feel like somebody's holding you back or they're harassing you, take it to your boss. If your boss don't do nothing, take it to the next step. I don't know what that is, but you can have to figure it out. Sagittarius, your charm and generosity will bring new friends and romantic opportunities. Secret activities is evident. You can discuss your findings behind closed doors with your boss. All right, now, charm and generosity gonna bring you some love, baby. All right, Sagittarius, some love opportunities and new friends are on the horizon as long as you're charming and generous today. Because Sagittarius can be a little rough. The women, the men too. I've heard the men are arrogant. Like I know a bunch of Sagittarian men. I don't know. I don't find them to be arrogant though. The women, they're a little rough. They play no games. Capricorn, you should consider submitting some of your written work for publication. Rest and relaxation will be more favorable than you think. You may find your mate somewhat perturbed. You done pissed your mate off today, Capricorn. They're a little mad at you. Go ahead and put that book out there. Put it out. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It has never been easier to put anything in print. I did I am the director of streaming media and media relations for the Gwinnett Greater East Side Chamber of Commerce. And I put together a publication for our members. And when I tell you I had to buckle down and get it done, I buckled down in between all the stuff that I do. It has never been easier to put out a publication. I don't care who you are and what you do. It has never been easier than it is right now to put your stuff in print. Whether you want to publish it on Amazon, whether you want to publish it as an ebook, a printout book, a spiral bound, it's never been easier than right now. So Capricorn, if you're sitting on your written work, put it out there. Somebody wants to read it. Trust me, somebody will buy at least one. At least. I'm trying to tell you now. Every time I get it was crazy because I think it was Friday. I had 4 payments coming from Amazon, and it was like, that had never happened before. But I think it's because I was on Dealcasters with Chris Stone and Jim Fuse. They had me as a guest on there, so I will normally get 1 monthly payment from Amazon. I had 4 come. It was crazy. I was like, what the heck, 4? It had 4 direct deposits, and I'm like, what the heck did that come from? So when I looked at the account, my business account, it was Amazon. And so I think that was because of me being on Dealcasters with Chris Stone and Jim Fuse. They had me as a guest on the show. We were talking about podcasting and things like that. But my books are on Amazon. Like I have 4 or 5 books on Amazon. I'm about to put a journal or another journal on Amazon. I have a podcasting journal on Amazon. I'm about to put a regular journal on Amazon. And it's never been easier to put stuff on Amazon. And here's the thing. If you find somebody to interview you on Amazon, Amazon is ridiculous when it comes to views. You got to think people are there to shop. So if you have something that they want to buy, you pop up on the Amazon live screen, they can spend some money right there while they watch you, just like I'm doing right now. So trust me, when we do brand breakers, it's on Amazon. So both Jamila and I have books on Amazon. So we're going to be talking to amazing people who probably also have products on Amazon. So it's pretty cool. Look, let me tell you something. Don't sleep on this media now. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to school you. Aquarius, try to mix business with pleasure while traveling. Your childlike quality may get you into big trouble today if you neglect your responsibilities. If you're single, get out there and you'll meet someone new. That's for the single folks, Aquarius, not for y'all. It's for the single people, not the people in relationships and situations, not y'all. I say relationships and situations and marriage because some folks just got some situations. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got some situations. Some of them got relationships. Some have marriages. Other ones just have situations. If you're in a situation, and normally a situation is not that great. If you're in a situation, don't go out there looking for nobody. Don't bring nobody into your situation. All right? Last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, direct your energy wisely. Tempers will mount if you're too pushy at work or at home. Accept the inevitable. Yeah, listen, I ain't trying to be pushy today, fish. I don't know about y'all. It's a rainy day. Here gonna be a rainy day in Georgia. I'm gonna relax. I can't relax. I'm going to Arizona. I'm going to Sedona on Friday. I'm excited about that. Sedona is supposed to be very zen-like, and I'm looking forward to that. My daughter and I are going for Mother's Day. It's going to be a kind of weird Mother's Day, but prayerfully it'll be a good Mother's Day. She and I going to hang out together. So I ain't trying to ruffle nobody's feathers today. I'm going to use my energy. I'm going to be zoned out. That's what I'm going to do today. I suggest you do the same fish, because this is what this fish will be doing. Don't get mad. Don't be too pushy at home. Don't be too pushy at work. Just accept what is inevitable. Okay? All right. That's all. All right. So that's all the horoscopes I got for today. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscope. Now, let me give you some news before I bring on Chris Hood, who is going to be joining us to talk about, we're going to be talking about video SEO today. We've been on the video SEO talking about, not video, we've been on SEO trying to help local businesses learn how to leverage SEO to grow their business. So Chris is going to be joining me shortly. He's in the green room right now waiting on me. And so I'm going to give you some news, and then we're going to go to a song, and then I'm going to bring Chris in. So anyway, y'all know we had a crazy storm yesterday. When I tell y'all it rained cats and dogs yesterday, it rained cats, dogs, and a couple of squirrels. It was raining. It was getting it in. And I was on 85, and I was like, Lord have mercy. It is raining so hard right now. It was raining so hard on 85 yesterday when I was on my way to my meeting that I had to put me and everybody behind me and in front of me, we had to put our flashes on and drive really slow, because that's how much water was on 85 and how much rain. That storm also knocked out power here in Gwinnett County for over 1,000 people. So 1,000 people lost power in Gwinnett County because of the storm. And it's supposed to be just as bad today. Over in the Atlanta area, there was a tornado. People were texting like, hey, y'all all right over there? I'm like, yeah, it didn't get us, but it did cause some damage. The tornadoes did touch down in Atlanta and cause some danger, caused a lot of damage over there. And I think one person lost his life. So my condolences go out to that family of the person who lost their life. I think the tree fell on the truck while he was driving. It was crazy. And y'all know I don't like, listen, that's one of the things when I moved back home, because Georgia is my home. I was raised in Jersey. Georgia is my first home. Jersey is my second home. But when I moved back, I was like, oh, Lord, them tornadoes. Like, that's the only thing about down here. See, in Jersey, we get blizzards. When you get a blizzard, you stay in the house. When you know the blizzard is coming, you go to the grocery store, you stack up, and you stay in the house. Here in Georgia, you can be minding your own business, and a big wind will just come through. And so you can't really plan for that too much. But anyway, Georgia Power and Walter EMC reported that hundreds of power customers were without power yesterday, and it totaled to around 1,057. So prayerfully they got their power back today, because I know that sucks. I probably would lose my mind. No, I wouldn't. They expanded the shots to people. Now they are expanding them to people, young kids between the ages of 12 and 15. So Pfizer, if you have a child between the ages of 12 and 15, Pfizer is saying, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration is saying right now that those young kids and teens can now get the shot, 12 to 15, the Pfizer shot, though. They're expanding that. That's going to start next week. So, a lot of people are still leery. They don't know if they want to get their kids the vaccine. You know what I mean? So, and I understand that. Like, I understand all of that. So they're gearing up to start administering the vaccine to youth between the ages of 12 and 15 next week, and it's going to be the Pfizer shot. The Pfizer vaccine. I have to find out about Pfizer, because I heard that, and I don't know how true this is, but I definitely have to. I didn't take Pfizer. We took Moderna, but my uncle took Pfizer. I think he was the only one that took Pfizer, and I heard that Pfizer, you have to be vaccinated again in 6 months. So you'll have to find out about that. But if you have a child between the ages of 12 and 15 and you want to find out more information, I suggest that you go to your Department of Health in where you live, and find out what they need to do, what's the procedure for the teens, and that's between the ages of 12 and 15. So a lot of people don't want to vaccinate their kids, and I understand. Heck, I wasn't trying to take the vaccination either, but I did. So it looks like Eastside Hospital is going to be bought. Eastside Medical Center. It looked like Piedmont is about to come and snatch them up. So Gwinnett Medical got bought out by Northside, and now looks like Eastside Medical Center is about to be bought by Piedmont Healthcare. So Piedmont bought up a bunch of the urgent care facilities around Gwinnett County. So now they're looking at purchasing Eastside. So looks like it's going to be bought up. So yeah, the targeted closing date is July 31st. Yep. And look like it's going to be so $950 million. Yeah. So if they approve the acquisition, Eastside Medical in Snellville, the Carlson Medical Center in Northside, and both Macon and Cartersville Medical Center, all this is going to be bought up by HCA, which is a company that's looking to buy Eastside Medical. So look like Eastside Medical may be under new management pretty soon. So Georgette said she took Georgette just jumped in the chat. Good morning, G. Miss you, girl. She's up in the Big Apple spending time with her family. But she said she took the Pfizer shot. This is the other thing I'm liking about this live thing. Like I'm able to talk to people live right in my chat room, which is kind of cool. But Georgette said she took Pfizer and she heard that they have to get a booster in 6 months. So for those of you who are taking Pfizer, check with your healthcare physician or your county healthcare system and see do you have to take the booster. We got to check on Moderna. I haven't heard anything about Moderna, but it may be. All right, I'm going to my last song, and then I'm gonna come back so I can bring Chris into the room so he could talk. We can talk about video SEO. Listen, you need to know how to grow your company. Stay tuned.
Everybody's been saying that you're up to no good. Everyone has been telling me that you got me hooked. You're playing it big time. You're feeding me lies. Everyone has been bugging me to sever the ties. But I would never, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever seemed to be over. I saw. So I'm happy I got freed. Lucky me. Lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky me. Lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. Should've known by your rap sheet that you weren't nice. But now I am telling you, I'm going to smile. But I would never, ever would have believed them. No reason. Sometimes the truth is hard to see. But now the never, ever seemed to be over. I saw her. So I'm happy I got freed. Lucky me. Lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky me. Lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck, and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track. Here she goes. Lucky me. Lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky me. Lucky. I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you the daily rundown of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. But here's the thing. I am finished with that for today. I'm about to bring my guest up to the stage. So Chris was here last week. Last month. Chris was here last month. He's talking to us about video SEO today. So come on, Chris, join me. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
I am good. So listen, guys, I was going to get the Rodecaster Pro, and I think I have to because my volume, I still haven't figured out my system. And normally Georgette is here and, her husband comes over and fix all my sound and make me sound really great. So Chris may just be a little bit low right now because I don't have all the equipment set up. However, all you got to do is turn your volume up a little bit. That's it. I know people are like, oh my God, I can't hear them. Just turn your volume up. But Chris, thank you so much for being here. How's it going?
Oh, it's just another day in paradise. I mean, despite the crappy weather we've been having and the tornado and all that good sort of fun stuff, but just staying busy over here on this side of town. Really excited about this new format. I love the way the show is looking now with this new streaming service. Kudos on that.
Me too, man. It's so funny because one of my goals was to take it to the next level. So that means bringing in video. Now the next level is on my Thursday episode. That's going to be produced by the Hype magazine, which I'm excited about. That they have a crazy, mad, beautiful studio over in 27,000 square feet of just whatever you want to do over in Peachtree.
Wow.
Yes, it's beautiful. We're going to be having a launch event. July 14th, I think it is. I'll get you an invitation for that. But they have a beautiful 27,000 square foot studio. Whatever you want to do, you want to produce music, you want to produce films, you want to produce a podcast, whatever you want to do, they can do it over there or host an event. It's a lot of space. So they're going to be producing my Thursday episode, and that's in studio. So right now, I got this great software right here that I'm using to do this one. And then I'll be starting June 10th. I'll be over at the Hype Studios and Timeless Group Studios doing that one. And also I'm hosting Brand Breakers with the CEO of the Hype magazine. We're going to be co-hosting that together on Amazon Live, which is amazing. So I'm souped up about that because Amazon is like nothing I've ever seen before when it comes to viewership. Like usually, yeah, it's amazing. So how am I looking? So I know you like I feel like a case study. Like I'm making my own self a case study. How is Good Morning? I've been talking about the 6,400 errors that I had on my site. How am I looking so far?
Things are definitely getting cleaned up. We've gone through and addressed a lot of the missing tags throughout the website for like images, page titles, things like that. Corrected some of the redirect issues that we found. As well as some issues with SSL certificates and technical like tidbits and all that good sort of stuff. So it's definitely coming along. One of the challenges is you have a lot of really great content, and so that creates a lot of pages on your website, which creates potential for a lot of other like missing technical things to help optimize those pages. And so it's just a matter of really just taking our time, going page by page, item by item, link by link, and making sure that everything is set up optimally the way that it should be, to make sure that we're not potentially getting penalized by Google or other search engines because of either a technical formatting error or missing snippet of code to help tell search engines what type of content they're looking at and things like that. And then I'm not sure if you've read up on the new Core Web Vitals initiative that Google is rolling out starting in May. That really is kind of redefining what is best standard practice for website pages. They have really changed the way that they are going to be analyzing and ranking websites. Mm-hmm. And so our team has been hard at work trying to make sure that we are staying on top of what those new requirements are, how we actually measure websites against these new requirements. Google has released a relatively new tool called Lighthouse, which is a page analyzer tool that actually kind of ranks and grades your web pages against these new Core Web Vital standards that Google's rolling out. Google, they're pretty good about changing things up pretty regularly and keeping us on our toes. It's been probably a good 18 months or so since they've released a really big change, and this is that one for this time period. So it's something that I'd encourage all people who use a website to drive traffic, leads, sales, or any type of prospecting. Make sure that your website is up to snuff when it comes to these new core Web Vital standards, because what you did, last year to optimize your website and get it performing well are not going to be the same things that are going to need to happen to keep us in compliance with these new standards.
Wow. And it's so crazy because I feel like soon as people get a grip on one thing, Google throws in a monkey wrench like, time to change some things up. So
Absolutely.
And I think about that, especially as someone who doesn't have the luxury of having someone go through their website and see what's wrong and fix it and all that good stuff. So I consider myself blessed to be able to do that, because there's no way I could stay on top of that and stay on top of the business at the same time. It's no way. Like my nephew was here this past weekend and he said to me, "Auntie, you need to be on TikTok." I'm like, man, what am I going to do on TikTok? Like, I'm just now really engaging, like really trying to engage in Facebook, and it's been around forever. Like, now you want me to get on TikTok? And he's like, yeah, you got to get on TikTok though. I was like, okay, I figured out. I was on a call. I was in a meeting yesterday and it's like, yeah, Twitter Spaces was released today. I'm like, oh Lord, another. So I didn't even get into that. We're going to talk about that another time. Let's talk about video SEO. One of my goals on Good Morning Gwinnett, because I am a hyper-local show myself, is to help small businesses learn how to leverage SEO to market themselves in their local market. I know we all want to be global brands. I get it. But right now, we're going to start right in your backyard. So Chris is going to be here to talk to us today about what is video marketing and how you can actually leverage that to help you grow your business right at home.
Yeah, so search engine optimization in very broad stroke terms is generally just the practice of making sure that your website is optimized so that you increase your chances of a web page or your site showing up when a user goes to Google and types in a specific search that is relevant to your business. We want to, if we're selling, widget XYZ, we want to make sure that our website shows up in the first possible ranking, highest ranking on page 1 of Google whenever somebody searches for widget XYZ. And if we talk about different facets of SEO, that's where we get into video optimization. And video SEO is essentially we're performing a lot of the same or similar tasks to optimize a video to show up on that first page search results page whenever somebody types in a search for, again, whether it's widget XYZ or a how-to instructional video on how to use or set up widget XYZ. We want to make sure that our videos are capable of showing up as high in the rankings as possible, and that's what people are referring to when they talk about video optimization or VSEO. Some people will refer to it as. And there's just like getting a website to rank, there's a lot of technical things that have to happen on the back end and with the content itself to get the page to rank. Just like that, we got to take some similar steps and practices to make sure that our videos stand a good chance of ranking in search results. Not sure if you're aware, anytime you go to Google and you perform a search, Google has actually broken up the search results in different sections. They actually have tabbed sections along the top of their search results pages now, where you can initially you see all the results. So all the web pages that rank for whatever search you performed, all the videos that rank, all the images that rank, all the news articles that rank. But they also have it broken down by a tab just for videos. So if I wanted to search for some how-to videos or some instructional content to either educate me on how to use a product or answer some questions that I have before I actually invest in that product, I can watch those videos and make sure I have a good, clear understanding. And as an advertiser and a seller, it makes sense for me to have my videos up there because I want users that are interested in widget XYZ to buy from me, right? And then, like I say, with you can also search just by news articles or images or any other number of types of content. But yeah, so video optimization, now it's a matter of, not only do we want our website to show up, but we want our videos to show up specifically, because we understand now that that's how a lot of users prefer to engage. Is easier to watch a video, because let's face it, nobody really reads anymore. We skim at best, right? So it makes sense to provide content for users to consume in a format that they want to interact with, which would be video.
So Chris, let me ask you this. So when I think about videos, right, should the videos be, because when I think about podcasting, you produce your podcast, you do some show notes or some stuff like that. That's going to help you rank with the video, with podcasting. You put that on your website. And when I think about video, are we creating show notes? First of all, are we taking the raw footage? Are we taking the videos and embedding them on our website as a file itself, or are we putting it on a YouTube or a Vimeo and then taking that and then taking a link and putting it in there? That's the first question. And then the second question is, are we taking the content from the video, the written content, having that transcribed and putting it on our website so it rank? How does that rank? Are they ranking it by ear, or are they ranking it by the text that we put on our website?
Oh wow, man, we got a lot to unpack on those two questions. So let's start by addressing, where are we going to host our videos first? And the two options that we mentioned were, do we want to use YouTube and Vimeo to host the video, or do we want to host it ourselves, like on our website, or do we do some kind of combination where we host it on Vimeo and maybe embed it, on our website? And the answer to that is really, it kind of depends on what our goals are for the video. And here's what I mean by that. Do we want to drive people to our website to come and consume our content, or do we want to leverage these other hosting platforms to help expand our brand awareness and recognition? So if our goal is to drive traffic to our website, get users to come to the website, because that's where we kind of explain, the product or the service that we're talking about, and then they can immediately sign up right there and either book a demo or buy the product or whatever the conversion goal is we want. If that's what we're wanting to do, to drive traffic and help push people through our sales funnel on our website, then it makes sense that we host the video on our website somehow. Now we can do that through having our own video player on the website, and we can also do that by embedding, using an embed code from YouTube or Vimeo to embed the video on our website. Ultimately, though, either way we decide to do it, the video is hosted on our website, and we're trying to drive people to that video on our website so that they can continue to do something after they see the video. The other option is to host the video through a third-party service like YouTube or Vimeo, which are great platforms. There's a number of them out there. There's Wistia, Adobe has Muse now, where you can host entire video libraries. The thing we need to keep in mind if we host offsite, like on one of those platforms, is those platforms do their own efforts for optimizing video. If there's a lot of our competitors on that platform, we're kind of competing with them still on another platform. The other thing to consider too is if our videos do rank on like Vimeo or YouTube, odds are the traffic that we get from searches from users, searching on Google for a video related to whatever that is, if it shows up in the search results and is hosted on YouTube, that search traffic is going to be driven to YouTube and not necessarily to us, which can be beneficial from a branding perspective. If we're trying to increase our awareness, out in the market, and get people to engage with us, off-site through social media, things like that. But then we've still got to, if the ultimate goal is to get somebody to see that video on YouTube and Vimeo and then come back to the website and complete some type of conversion action, we got to figure out how to get them away from YouTube, once we've got them there. And that can be a little challenging because, you know how it is. You go to YouTube and you watch, the one video that you went there originally to watch, and then 5 hours later, you've seen you've seen 180 different videos about everything else under the sun. So it can be a little difficult if we're driving traffic to YouTube and to Vimeo to get people back to us. So it's really important to consider your goals, as step one. What is the purpose of this video? Is it to close somebody during a sales process? Or is it to inform somebody and increase our branding awareness and our potential audience reach somehow? And based on what those goals are, that'll kind of determine where we need to focus our efforts on the placement of the video and how we structure maybe the content around the video on our website, or the description that we include with the link on on YouTube and Vimeo, or wherever, whatever third party we decide to host it on. So a couple of things to consider there really before we actually put any video anywhere. The other part of your question regarding, what do we do to optimize? There's a lot of pieces, to that answer.
Let's start with some basics, because I know there's some people listening to this show going, oh my God, that's way too much already. Let's start with like 2 or 3 basic things that people can do to even, because let me just say this first, Chris. When I first started talking to people about doing video, like HerTube was my first TV network, my first internet TV network, right? And I would go around like, you could be on TV, and people would look at me like I got to be in front of the camera, like me. I'm like, well, yeah. First of all, a lot of people don't like being on video. That's the first thing. Sure. So we got to get them past that part. So let's give them 2 or 3 basic things they can do once they even create a video, so they can at least get started.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wherever you post your video, whether it's on an embedded player on your website or a third-party tool like YouTube, Vimeo, any of these other guys, write a transcript. They now video optimization and video indexing, the process of Google coming by and being aware of your content and understanding your content so that it shows up in search has gotten a whole lot better. However, we can still help these search engines understand what our content is about if we provide a transcript, because it's a lot easier for them to read the transcript and pick out the keywords that are related to the video to understand what the video is actually about than it is for them to go through and parse through all the audio, piece together the context, and all that good sort of stuff. There are ways that we can help improve that too, though. Google has in the past couple of years introduced a way that you can add what's called structured data or micro data to your videos to help them understand what video segments are about. Like, for instance, at minute 7, second 11 of this video, we start talking about whatever. And through the use of applying structured data to our videos, we can help Google show only the snippet from the full 20-minute long video that's related to a user's particular search. So they don't have to scrub through a half hour of dialogue trying to get to the piece of content that's most relevant to them. And then the other big thing is making sure that the thumbnail that we present to the user is relevant to the search that we want to show up for. And a really great example of this, and I'm just pulling this straight from WordStream here, is say we have a video where we want to teach people how to water ski. So to help increase our clicks when that video does show up in the search results, it makes sense for us to include a thumbnail of a person actually water skiing. So that's the image that shows up beside the beside the search result on the Google search results page. So when I type in like how do I water ski, if I see 3 videos and only one of them shows a person, actually performing water skiing, that's probably going to be the one I click because it's most related to what I'm searching for.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, and the other key thing too is pay attention to the title, what you name the video, because that's going to show up in the search results as well. If we are posting a video, going back to our water skiing example, if we're posting a video trying to educate people on the tips and techniques to learn how to water ski, then it makes sense for us to include a title for our video that includes some variation of the phrase like learn how to water ski. If we name it, MOV.1234, whatever, the content might be top tier, content teaching people how to water ski, but the name doesn't resonate with me in any meaningful way to encourage me to actually click on that result to watch the video. So we need to make sure that we pay attention to how we name the video, and make sure that we're including keywords that we want to show up for in the video title.
One of the things you talked about was a transcript. I know one of the things that YouTube does is when you put up a video, it gives you a transcript. It does it for you, which is kind of cool. Now I listen, just to be clear here, I went over there, I've copied the transcript. And when I tell you, it's just I talk for an hour. So it's just a whole lot of content that you got to go through and make it into something. I can tell you that there have been times, Chris, and I use a company called The Script. I use a software called The Script to go back and do the same thing. Still, it just it transcribes exactly what you say. And some of the times, if you talk like me, you're like, I don't know what she said. This is what the transcript said. I think she said this. And so you have to go through all of that content, which could be a lot. Like my show had to be about, I'm going to say, oh my God, 18,000 words. It was something crazy. Right. And I'm like, oh my God. So I put the transcript on one post and I was like, yeah, this transcript is unedited. This is the transcript. Because I was like, there is no way. So when you think about that, putting a transcript on your website like that's unedited, would that do anything to harm your SEO, even for video or audio? Because I know I've done that once and I'm like, oh God, that is just a lot. And I don't even know if I ever want to do that again. I think I've done it twice. And I was like, I'm just not going to do that because I feel like it'll hurt me. Sure.
So now we're pulling in a completely different related subject, and how does SEO kind of relate to the user experience? And I tell all of our clients, it's a juggling act, because we can do everything within our power to attract all the traffic from search engines humanly possible. So we get all this great traffic to our website for the searches that we want to show up for. But when they come to the website, we have content that is not friendly to the user. Mm-hmm. So we have this balancing act that we have to do, juggling search engine optimization efforts against user experience efforts. And what we need to be mindful of is it's great that if we get all this traffic in from websites, but if we're not providing a good experience to the people that actually come to our website, then it's not really going to do us a whole lot of good. Ultimately, we want the people's attention. The website, the search engine optimization traffic is just a tool to get more people to us. We still have to be relevant and have a good user experience to the actual people that are coming to engage with us after they find us. So while having the transcript is good from a content perspective, we can pull in more SEO traffic because we have this rich content now. We need to format it in a way that makes it easily readable for the actual user, because the people are the value. Mm-hmm. Not the search engines. They're a tool. So we've got to make sure that the content is formatted in a way that's easily digestible by the people who are actually coming there to read things, and making sure that paragraph structure makes sense in relation to the context or the conversation between you and me. so that as a reader, if I'm watching the video and maybe I didn't quite get something, or we want to include a link back to another website or something like that, the user can then kind of skim through and say, okay, here's where we're at, up, and here's that link, and get to it quickly and easily, because ultimately those are the people that we're creating this content for, not the search engines. So we've got to keep that in mind, with everything that we do from both SEO and user experience.
Well, I could tell your team probably looked at one, because I know I think I got 2 posts like that where I was just like, I looked at it and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna put up that this is not. And their team probably like, what in the heezy did she do? It was so crazy because it was on a page and there were other posts on the page, but this has had so much content, and I was like, what do I do with this? So I'm saying to myself, what do I do with all this? I'm gonna post it and I'm just gonna put a tag, unedited. And so, but then I thought about that. I said, I can't do that all the time. I'm sure that's going to do something to hurt me. I'm only going to do it this one time. And I didn't do it again. So what I decided to do was probably just do like a brief summary of what I talked about. I saw, I think Dave Jackson, one of those guys, one of the podcasting godfathers. That's what they do. They like, we don't do transcripts. We put like a brief summary of what it is. And then you listen to the show. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do that because that seems to be working for them. And they are like the podcasting godfather. So that's where I kind of am. So let me ask you this. I like what you said about thumbnails. Should a thumbnail have a call to action on the thumbnail, or should it just have the title and the picture of what you're talking about on the thumbnail?
Great question. So if we're talking strictly about search engine optimization, search engines cannot read text that's embedded in an image. So it really doesn't do us a whole lot of good from a search engine optimization standpoint to use a thumbnail that has a bunch of text on it. So what does help are thumbnails that actually have people on there. I tell all of our e-commerce clients, I tell them, people sell products, products don't sell themselves. So, whether it's product photography or thumbnails for videos, make sure you are highlighting a person actually using the product so that they can see the benefit, whether that's the ease of use or, just kind of selling the intangible, like emotional experience that somebody would get from purchasing this product, by showing a customer smiling, or something, something like that. So I would say for our thumbnails, the more that we can include, people sharing their experiences and whatever it is that we're talking about in the videos, that's what's going to help drive opens and clicks when we do show up in search engine results pages.
Now, is that because the algorithm, whatever, you know what I'm talking about? Is that, it's so funny. It's been 3 words this week. No, well, not this week. 1 word last week. 1 word again. Well, I was like, what is wrong with me talking? Is that because can the algorithm actually read the picture? Is that what it is?
So
or is it because there's an alt tag attached to the picture?
So it is possible to include some information in some of the meta tags when we're uploading images to use as thumbnails and things like that. But the idea of using a person in our thumbnail really kind of goes back to the idea of creating a better user experience than it does really actually trying to appeal to some technical thing in an algorithm to help increase our rankings, on YouTube or Google. Because again, we're trying to appeal to individuals, to people, and people make better connections to other people, so when we show them images of, somebody learning how to water ski or somebody using a product that we're trying to sell, then they make a deeper emotional connection to that type of image than they do just a picture of a pair of water skis, or a picture of text, in titling, that says learn how to water ski. So it's, the idea with thumbnails, while there is some SEO work that can be done to help improve our rankings, what we're really should be focused on in our thumbnails is appealing to the actual users who are going to see the video and see the listing come up in search results rankings, because showing up on the search engine results pages is step one. And we can optimize, the video itself, upload our structured data to help search engines understand the content, upload a transcript to further help search engines understand the content and all that. But ultimately, so that's step one, is getting the video on the search engine results pages. Now we got to get a user to actually click the link and watch the video or come to our website. So and that's kind of the psychology behind choosing a good thumbnail image for your videos.
Now, does it matter the length of the video? Because as I sit here and think, there's so many softwares out there, great softwares to help you. And I give you a prime example. If you guys don't know this, Canva is the bomb. You can do everything in Canva right now. I feel like Canva's like the Amazon for the non-graphic person. You know how Amazon is for the person that just want to go and I only shop at one store? Canva's like that for that person who would say, you know what, I'm just not gifted as a graphic designer. However, I just need some really cool artwork and media materials. That's Canva. So Canva now lets you create videos. Like I created 100 videos, cute little videos in Canva, and put it in Buffer, and they go out every morning on my Instagram. It says "Good morning from Gwinnett," right? Mm-hmm. Does it matter? And they're really short. They made it like 15 seconds, if that. Does it matter the length of the video? Should it be a certain amount of minutes? Should it not be a certain amount of minutes? Does that matter at all?
I hate to not answer the question or answer the question with a question, but I'm going to say it really depends on what is the goal of the video, what is the purpose of it. If it's an instructional video and it takes you 12 minutes to explain step by step how to do something, then that is the adequate length for that video. Mm-hmm. If it's just a kind of a branding top of mind, making sure you remember the Good Morning Gwinnett brand in a daily post, then 30 seconds may be all you need. Mm-hmm. And again, we're appealing to more of the user experience side of video in this case than we are the actual technical, search engine optimization piece of video content marketing. So it really kind of, like I say, it just kind of depends. I would say we need to figure out what is the purpose of the video, and take it from there. Answer that question after we identified what we're trying to accomplish.
Okay, cool. Oh my God, another great show with some great information. And I know we could probably stay on SEO for the rest of this year because it's always changing. We just found that out with Google changing its algorithm.
Yep.
There's always something new to learn. There's always a new tool, technique, or hack that you could use. So we can stay on this forever. But for those of you who want to get started right now, Chris can help you. Like he and his team are cleaning up my website. You heard me. I can imagine the person that went to that page and saw that 18-page transcription that I put up there. They probably like, what was she? I'm telling y'all, I think it's under my business tab, and I put it there, and I looked at it, and I was like, this has got to be a problem because it was just so long. And I think when I put it in I was going to edit. So I'm going to edit it. I put it in Word, and I looked at how many pages it was. I was like, I'm not about to touch this. I'm about to put this right over there. It says not edited. It's raw. But for those of you who said, you know what, I need Chris to help me. And Chris, I want to talk about voice SEO next month. Sure. And then I want to get to conversions because one of the things I'm doing with Good Morning Gwinnett, I have a store attached, and I need to start converting that into cash. Right. And so I want to talk about voice SEO because not a lot of people are talking about that, and I know it's a thing, and I know it's a powerful thing. And so we're going to talk about voice SEO next month. But I want to get past video because everybody knows video and everybody knows regular SEO, and voice is the next thing that a lot of people aren't talking about. There are people talking about it, but unless you understand voice SEO at all, it's like, what the heck is that? And so we're going to talk about it next month. But right now, how can people reach out to you so you can help them get on the right track with whatever it is they're trying to accomplish with their business, like you're helping me.
Absolutely. So, please come by and visit our website at theconversionmill.com. If you have a specific question and want to get help, anybody can reach out to me through email, just at chris@theconversionmill.com, or call me, anytime at 770-322-4975, and be happy to answer any questions and see how we can help. There was, do we have time for one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Perfect. Because there was one thing that you mentioned that I wanted to make sure that absolutely addressed. You mentioned having the length of the content. Is it better to have long videos or short videos? We talked about embedding on a website versus using third-party tools like Vimeo, YouTube, Muse, Wistia, whatever. And we talked about some of the technical tidbits to help search engines understand what your video content is about. Probably one of the other really major things to consider when using video, specifically on our website. So we're hosting a video, whether it's embedded from Vimeo or we're using our own video player on our website. We really need to make sure that we only have one video on that page. And we also need to make sure that any other content that is around that video, whether it's a transcript or some additional calls to action or sales piece, downloadable flyer, whatever, on that page with the video, everything needs to have relevance with each other. So if we're writing a couple of paragraphs to talk about what we talked about in the video, it really needs to tie into what the video is about. And the idea and the purpose of that is we need to really reinforce to search engines, this page is about whatever it's about. And we kind of do ourselves a disservice if we have 15 videos on a page that are all about different things. Now, it is okay to have multiple videos on a page if we've got multiple videos that help explain the process of how to do something, or demonstrate how to use a product, or talk about our brand story. We just got to make sure that they're all relevant to each other and they're all clear and cohesive. There's an overall kind of unifying theme to the page. That's going to help us make sure that search engines, when they come by and index us, they know exactly what the page is about, and we are maximizing our chances for visibility, for that page and that content. Ideally, I would say, if we're doing a landing page with a video on there, we would just have the one video, unless it makes sense to have multiple because they're broken up into like 3 or 4 parts. But we just got to make sure that we have a clear, unified theme for all the content on the page.
Okay, that's a great tip. I think I've heard that before, like you shouldn't have more than one video on the page that does not represent the other one, and which is a great, because it's kind of confusing when you think about it. Like if I got, how to do my hair, and then over here I got how to start a business, that's kind of like, that doesn't go together, Audrey. I would never do that. Listen, I would never do that. That doesn't make sense. But there are some people who don't know, and you don't know what you don't know until you don't know it. You know what I mean? So
absolutely right. Yeah.
So thank you so much for sharing that tip. Give me your telephone number once more, and then I'm going to go to my last song for the day and call it a day.
Absolutely. Yeah. Call me anytime, Chris, at theconversionmill.com. Pick up the phone, 770-322-4975. Happy to answer any questions and see how we can help and get those videos ranking.
Thank you so much, Chris, for being here today. So listen, we'll be back next month. We're going to be talking voice SEO. Listen, SEO, we can go on for days. We won't, though, but we are going to be talking voice SEO next month. So make sure to join us next month at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And listen, be sure to, if you are thinking about taking this journey with me, go over to thebutterflysquad.biz and join me as we fly together to $1 million, to $1 million brand. Not $1 million brand. I don't know what that looks like. So Chris is helping me. He may be able to help you. I'm on a journey. Join me. Thanks, Chris. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you again pretty soon.
Absolutely.
All
Great seeing
right.
you.
Bye. You too. All right, listen, guys, I'm going to go to my last song, and then from there, I am going to come back and give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned.
I'm caught by a feeling, goes me on the right or wrong, gets me what I want. I'm hanging by a string, gotta get up on my feet, get to what I need, and I am flying through the streets on neon wings. Once I get to you, I don't want anything. Need your body, girl, I'm so addicted. Just like you predicted. I'm down, 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 down. Shut me down. Can't you see that? I wanna taste the night. I can hear the calling. Oh, and I'm gonna lose the fight. I can hear the calling. Hear the calling, hear the calling, hear the calling. The calling, the calling, the calling. It's all you that got me believing. When I hear the sirens call, all I do is fall. I lose all control. There is something in your voice. I don't have a choice, and now I'm flying through the streets on neon wings. Once I get to you, I don't want anything. Need your body, girl, I'm so addicted. Just like you predicted. I'm down, 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 down. Shut me down. Can't you see that? I wanna taste the night. I can hear the calling. Oh, and I'm gonna lose the fight. I can hear the calling. Hear the calling, hear the calling, hear the calling, the calling, hear the calling. When I hear the calling, oh, the calling, hear the calling, hear the calling. When I hear the calling,
Welcome back. So listen, guys, thank you so much for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last hour and 17 minutes with me, and I appreciate you and love you to life for that. Listen, this show is being streamed on Facebook and Roku at the same time, 2 places on Facebook, and I'm excited about that. Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are in the world right now. Before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for the day, and here goes. Nothing cures fear faster than action. Oh, let me say that one more time. Nothing cures fear faster than action. That is the absolute truth. Yesterday, I don't know why I had this fear of going live yesterday. You wouldn't think I would, but I did. I almost did not go live yesterday. I was like, I'll do it tomorrow when Chris is on. I have somebody to talk to. But I decided to go ahead and do it anyway. And when I tell you, I felt so empowered for the rest of the day because I did go live. So I got over that fear of going live yesterday. Now I'm all geared up. I'll be going live 4 days a week. The show is here. I'm going to be expanding the show to other platforms, probably starting next week. So look forward to that. So I don't know what platform you watch it on right now, whether you're on Roku, whether you're on Amazon, not Amazon, on Facebook, but I gotta look and see what other platforms I can go on, because I'm not sure if I live stream on Amazon Fire TV or not, or Apple TV, because Noise Media Network is on all of those platforms. We're on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, and Apple TV, as well as our mobile app. So I know we are live on those platforms, but I'm not sure if we're live on other platforms. But anyway, I was fearful yesterday to go live, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't want to go live, but I did it anyway. And so that action pushed me to today, and this is going to push me to tomorrow to go live. So make sure to join me tomorrow as I go live again, bringing the news and events around Gwinnett County, what's happening around Gwinnett County and beyond. And also, as I bring you more guests to come onto the show, Thursday, my guest is going to be Mark Deal. He is the founder of the Atlanta Podcast Network right here in Georgia. He does amazing things over there with his group of people. And so he's going to be on our show talking about podcasting in the industry, and also how to be a great guest on podcasts. So if you're thinking about going on a tour to promote anything, whether it be a book, a new product, you might want to think about doing a podcast tour, because that could be very helpful in helping you get the message out about what you do. Also, be sure to follow me at Good Morning Gwinnett on Facebook, follow me at Good Morning Gwinnett on Instagram, and follow me at GM Gwinnett on Twitter. And also download the app from the App Store, whether you have an Android app or whether you have an Android phone or an Apple phone. We have a Good Morning Gwinnett app for that. We also have a Noise Media Network app, so you can download both of those if you want to. And also, if you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, go to Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes, and give them 5 stars. I appreciate you and love you to life for that. If you want to support the show, go to goodmorninggwinnett.com and purchase one of the t-shirts. Listen, my comic t-shirts is hot. You got to go look at the comic t-shirt. That shirt, if you like comic books, you're going to love that shirt. It's hot. The second shirt is going to be coming out this month. And the second and third shirt is going to be coming out this month, because I got to keep the story going. So that's going to be coming out this month. I'm smiling because I think that's so cool. I had that idea, and I'm like, this is a great way to help me get the community involved with Good Morning Gwinnett, but also get the comic book enthusiasts to be involved. And I'm going to tell y'all, it's already big things coming from that one shirt already that I can't talk to you about right now, but I will talk to you about it at a later date. So listen, thank you again for listening. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m., God willing. Until next time, y'all know what it is. Make it a great day. Bye, y'all. Cue the music. Cue the music. I'm always late with cueing the music.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.